What would you do if your future MIL hired a private investigator to destroy your wedding? My mother-in-law Monique hated me from the moment Antoine brought me home. She critiqued everything. My job wasn't prestigious enough. My family wasn't connected enough. My apartment was too small. At our engagement party, she pulled Antoine aside 3 times to talk privately. She cried in the bathroom and told guests I was trapping her son. She called Antoine daily asking if he was really sure about me. At family dinners, she'd bring up Antoine's ex-girlfriends. Remember how successful Emily was? She'd say, staring at me. Catherine came from such a good family. Antoine always defended me, but Monique never stopped. I was walking to my car after work when I noticed the same black sedan I'd seen 3 times that week. Same driver. I'd been a private investigator for 8 years before I quit. I knew surveillance when I saw one. I checked my old industry database that night. Monique had hired Jean-Pierre Tremblay 2 weeks ago. Her contract scope read, find disqualifying information on subject within the next 4 weeks. I realized Monique wanted dirt to expose me at my wedding, and decided if Monique wanted dirt, I'd give her dirt. The next morning, I staged my first scandal. I met my cousin Gabriel at a coffee shop with huge windows. Made sure we sat where anyone outside could see us. I touched his arm, laughed, leaned in close. The black sedan was across the street. 1 week later at dinner, Monique smiled at me. Elise, do you ever catch up with old boyfriends? I acted nervous. Old boyfriends? Number. No, I don't. Why? Oh, no reason. She really thought she was winning. She had no idea the bomb I was going to drop. Next, I created fake credit card statements showing $50,000 in debt. I printed them and left them in a folder on my passenger seat, parked where I knew the P I would photograph it. 3 days later, Monique pulled Antoine aside after dinner. Are you sure about Elise? Are you absolutely sure you know everything about her? Monique was planting seeds, getting more confident. All while inside, I was dying with excitement. My own investigation had concluded, and what I'd found on Monique was more shocking than I ever imagined. Armed with what I had, I decided to go all out and rented a hotel room downtown. I had Gabriel meet me there, made sure I walked through the main entrance in full view. We grabbed coffee and went to the hotel gym together. But from outside, the photos looked terrible. That night, I followed Monique. She met someone in a parking garage. I recorded everything from 2 floors up. The man showed her photos on his laptop. The PI. Monique handed him an envelope. This is perfect, but I need one more thing. What's that? Make it look like she has a criminal record. The PI hesitated. Mrs. Beaumont, that's illegal. I could lose my license. I don't care. I'll pay triple. My son cannot marry this woman. I got every word on video. Crystal clear. 2 weeks before the wedding, Monique announced at family dinner, everyone needs to come to the rehearsal dinner tomorrow. I have something very important to share about Elise. I gulped and made my face hands shake like I'd been caught. In reality, I couldn't wait. She still had no idea what was waiting for her. When the rehearsal dinner arrived, Monique had a projector and screen set up. All of Antoine's family filled the private room. Monique stood after dinner. Before tomorrow's wedding, you need to see something. Then she set up the projector. First slide showed photos of me and Gabriel at the coffee shop. Elise has been meeting with her ex-boyfriend. Gasps filled the room. Next slide showed my fake debt documents. Then photos of me entering the hotel. She's having an affair. Antoine went pale. Elise, what is this? Final slide was a fake criminal record. She also has an armed robbery record she never disclosed. The room erupted. Antoine's grandmother started crying. It was finally time. I stood up calmly. Those are interesting photos, Monique. She looked triumphant. I hired a private investigator. I had to protect my son. I know you did. You hired Jean-Pierre Tremblay. I know because I'm a licensed private investigator. I worked with him. Monique's face changed. Everything you showed is fake. I planted it. I knew you tried to break us up. You're lying, Monique stammered. I opened my laptop. This X is my cousin Gabriel. The debt is photoshopped. The criminal record is fabricated. The room murmured. But none of that matters. Because while you were investigating me, I was investigating you. Monique's face changed. I tracked everywhere you went. Every Tuesday and Thursday for the past 3 years, you told your husband you were visiting your sister. I pulled up photos on the projector. This is where you actually went. Photos of Monique entering a house in Sherbrooke. Monique with a man. Monique with 2 teenage boys. Her husband stood up slowly. Monique, what is this? I walked to the door and opened it. A man walked in with 2 teenage boys. Everyone, this is Robert, Monique's other husband, and these are her other sons. She's been living a double life for 16 years. I stared at Monique. I think you have some explaining to do. What she said next made me realize I'd only uncovered the tip of the iceberg. Full story on channel linked below.